San Francisco condo prices haven't moved in a year. That is not the headline. The headline is that the monthly cost of owning one went up by roughly a third since 2019. Not the mortgage, not the taxes, but the homeowners association fee, compounding at 5% every January, no opt-out. California just showed up wearing the same invoice as Florida, different coast. Significantly worse reserve funds. There is a number hiding in plain sight at every San Francisco open house, tucked between the foam latte and the listing sheet, that most buyers only find after they close. Alejandro has been looking for it since the intro.
If you have been following this series, you already know what the single-family side of San Francisco looks like right now. In Noe Valley, 3 out of 4 homes are closing above asking. In Pacific Heights, premiums run well north of $500,000. Those neighborhoods do not have a hesitation problem. They have a supply problem, a bidding problem, and occasionally a dignity problem when you read what closed last Tuesday. Now look at the condominium market in that same city. Same interest rates, same economy, same fog, and a market moving in the opposite direction. Sales down, prices flat, buyers stalling. That contrast is not an accident, and the reason for it is not what most people assume. The number that explains everything is not on the listing sheet. Andrew has it.
San Francisco condominium sales in January fell roughly 20% year over year. Not a collapse, a hesitation. Prices are essentially flat, unchanged per unit, unchanged per square foot. The asset is not appreciating, but the cost of holding it is. Homeowners Association dues across most buildings are climbing 4 to 5% annually, compounding on a price that is going nowhere. A treadmill with a homeownership aesthetic. Nationally, median monthly condominium fees have climbed roughly 30% since 2019. Single-family homeowners association fees rose about 25% over the same period, but those started near $60 a month. Condominium fees are now north of $400, and that gap is widening. The driver is insurance. When a building's master policy doubles, it gets divided by the number of units and arrives on your monthly statement. The invisible line item, never mentioned at the open house. Active listings in January also fell roughly 35%. Sales are down, and so is supply. Nobody blinked, and the Homeowners Association bill did not get that memo. If you want to be the first to know which San Francisco community we break down next, subscribe now and drop your nomination in the comments. Alejandro will tell you exactly how that works.
What makes this market hard to navigate, a condominium priced $200,000 below the nearest single-family home on the same block, can still cost more per month once the Homeowners Association is factored forward 5 years. The discount at the door is real. The monthly gap is also real, and it is widening faster than most buyers model. Name in the comments which San Francisco community you want us to cover next. The one with the most votes is what we record, and you will be the first to know when it goes live. Vladimir has what you need before you commit.
What the data describes is not a fluctuation. It is a structural shift. In Noe Valley, 3 out of 4 single-family homes are closing above asking, with premiums well north of $500,000. Across that same city, condominium sales fell 20% and prices are flat. Same economy, same interest rates, same fog. A condominium at a discount to a single-family home is a value proposition until the Homeowners Association closes that gap for you, one renewal cycle at a time. California's insurance market is still being repriced, and homeowners associations are absorbing double-digit annual increases while rebuilding reserve funds nobody wanted to fund because no board wanted to raise dues and manage the replies. Deferred maintenance does not stay deferred. It changes its name to special assessment and arrives on a Tuesday. Before any offer, pull the reserve fund study, the operating budget, the insurance renewal history, and special assessment filings from the past decade. Those documents tell you whether you are buying a well-run building or inheriting someone else's deferred debt. At Big Data Realty, we pull and analyze this documentation for our buyers. Reach out before you make an offer, and we will walk through what the numbers say before a Tuesday delivers them for you.